We are now going to look at Learning Target 2B, which is writing an equation from a graph, a table, and a description. We're only going to look from a table and a description. We remember that in order to write an equation in slope-intercept form, we need our slope and we need our y-intercept. And a lot of us are forgetting that my x goes with our slope because that's the amount of times that are changing. So looking at this first table, in order to find out what my y-intercept is, I find my 0, and whatever is across from it is my y-intercept. So in this case, my y-intercept would be 11. In order to now find what my slope is, I look on this right side and I ask myself if my numbers are going up or down. From 11 to 17, they go up, and they're going up by 6. On this side, I'm going from 0 to 1. I'm going up by 1. So my slope is a positive 6 over 1. Now my last step is to write my equation, which is y equals whatever we got for our slope, which is 6 over 1x, and then whatever I got for my y-intercept. So my equation is y equals 6 over 1x plus 11. Let's look at a different example. In order to find what my y-intercept is, remember it's always across from your 0. So my y-intercept here is 35. My slope, over here we're getting smaller, and from 40 to 35 I subtract 5. Over on this side we're getting bigger, and we're actually getting bigger by 1. So my slope is negative 5 over 1. Now we write my equation. Y equals my slope, x, plus my y-intercept. Alright, let's look at from a description. I am giving a point and a slope. Remember, I told you if it helps you, make a table. So I'm going to write my only point that it gives us, which is negative 1 and 2. Now a lot of us are wanting to put in 0 and 7 here. That is not correct. Remember, our slope is what's happening off to the other side, and we're going up by 7. So I ask myself, what is 2 plus 7? That is 9. Now just like I did in my tables, I look across from my 0, which is my y-intercept of 9. And it tells us our slope of 7. And remember, if it doesn't have a number on the bottom, it's over 1. So my equation would be y equals 7 over 1x plus 9. Let's look at our last description. Again, if it helps you, make a table. The difference with this one is it's giving us a second point compared to this one just gave us our slope. So I'm going to write in my first point of negative 1, 3, and my second point of 0 and 18. We said our y-intercept is across from 0, which is 18, and my slope is what's happening. So from 3 to 18, I add by 15. And over on this side, I'm going up by 1. So my slope is 15 over 1. We'd write our equation as y equals 15 over 1x plus 18. Remember, your x always goes with your slope.